Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. I always post these readings every Sunday early in the morning here in the UK, and we're asking for an immediate message for you, and also we will look at the week ahead. Now, curiously enough, here is pile one, reconnect with Mother Earth. Curiously enough, at the time of doing these readings, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. If you haven't already checked them out, I've done new moon readings a couple of days ago, and your all zodiac sign readings were posted yesterday along with big announcements. So do check those out. Obviously, as a timeless reading, if you're coming to this in 2 months' time, 6 months' time, a year's time, then disregard that bit. Okay, let us tune in, because literally, as I do post these, for those of you that follow these readings week in, week out, and thank you so much for your commitment to the channel. At the time these go live, it will literally pretty much be that point of the new moon. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that energy influences the readings. So, pile one, we have reconnect with Mother Earth. Let's draw our cards together. Pile two, we have remember who you are. Pile three, I'm actually seeing this card. Upskill. Okay. So, these are the three cards we have. Reconnect with Mother Earth, remember who you are, and upskill. I'm going to draw a rune and a charm for each as well, for anyone who actually wants that little bit more guidance. If you already know, zap straight through to the readings, beautiful souls. I will put the timestamps in the description, along with all the cards I'm using. So runes, 1, 2 for pile three. So pile one, you have the rune of Kano, openings. And your charm. You have the charm of, it's a bunch of grapes, I think. That's what I would see that as. Interesting, it has a kind of heart shape at the top as well. Or is it? No, it's not. Do you know, I was looking at it this way up. Now, I don't know what relevance that has, but I looked at this and I thought, oh, it's a bunch of grapes with like a heart shape. But actually, if you put it the other way up, it's a paw print. Isn't that interesting? Right, okay. We will see how that emerges within the reading. What is that about? Okay, pile two, your rune is Rado, the rune of journey. Okay. I feel like I want to move these around a bit. Don't know what that is about. Okay. We have the hanger, the coat hanger. That is your charm. And pile three, we have the rune of flow, Lagos. And we have the rune of ice, Isa, or standstill, sometimes it's known as. And you have a great big heart. How beautiful is that? Okay. Flow, standstill, heart. Okay. So, my beautiful souls, these are your cards, your runes and your charms for today. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. And thank you so much to those of you who return and support the channel. And thank you so much for checking us out if you're new to me, to my readings, to the Moon Magic community here. You're going to find some amazing people here. This is a really beautiful community. So beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer just to give you time to get centered. If more than one reading is speaking to you, then there may be more than one message for you. And I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So, these readings, at any time you come to them, are going to be tuning in with something of the new because of the new moon energy. And you have Kano, the rune of openings, which is literally a new beginning in something. Now, this card is about reconnecting with Mother Earth. Fascinating for me that the first pack of cards I'd chosen to use with these readings are the Dreams of Gaia tarot pack. So we have an Earth pack here already, really tuning into your energy. I'm seeing these two, and I'm going to take all three of those. Okay, right, that's our first pack. I'm also going to tune into an animal spirit guide for you. Isn't it interesting? I thought this was a bunch of grapes. I turn it the other way up, it's a paw print, but it also kind of looks like a crown. I find this fascinating. Let's see what animal spirit guide there is around you. You have the energy of frog around you, which is about cleansing. Okay, we have, so first and foremost you have the scribe, which is the 12 of air. You have the 2 of earth. Okay, you have the 5 of fire. You have the 9 of air. You have the father, which is the equivalent of the emperor in a traditional pack. Let me move your frog up to the end here. Okay. Right. My beautiful souls, the first immediate message that is coming through here is to do with, reconnecting with nature, connecting with Mother Earth, but with purpose. This is about grounding you and cleansing you of something. You've been going through some kind of almost like, I think, some form of confrontation. Now, that doesn't mean it's a direct confrontation. I feel like I need to centre my piece of wood. Isn't that interesting? Right. There's something about being recentered, regrounded here. I think you have been either spinning a lot of plates. Even this beautiful woman here, it's like she's juggling butterflies. Spinning a lot of plates, juggling a lot of balls, trying to keep a lot of balls in the air. Barely coming up for air. Now, I think what's happening is it's got you into a very heady space. It's like you're in your head and less grounded than you would be normally. I'm not saying you're not in your head. Our head is the driving force. Our mind is the power of it. I mean, I think if you think about your mind as being the part of you that takes charge with the father energy, and it's like getting into a car. It's your mind that sets your destination and decides which route you're going to take. But what powers you up and gets you there is the emotional energy. That's the fuel in your tank. And what enables you to navigate safely is your ability to have some structure, some groundedness in your approach. So, you know, your mind has set the direction. You know, you've got the power in the tank, but it is your groundedness, your earthiness, your self-control that enables you to then drive safely from A to B, even if there are delays, hiccups, roadworks, whatever along the way. Now, I'm seeing you juggling a lot of things at the moment. Barely keeping your head above water at times, because there's basically a phenomenal amount of activity going on in your mind, in your head space. That's okay. Much of it is guided. But the key message here is that you do need to remain grounded. Go outdoors, get anchored. Now, I think within this juggling lots of things, there has been a situation of conflict, competition, that may have caused you to feel actually quite either frustrated or angry. I think your feelings are legitimate, okay? There's nothing here that is suggesting to me that your feelings are not entirely legitimate. The question with anything that causes us to feel something emotionally is not what we're feeling, it's what we do with it. It's how we respond to those emotions. Now, I suspect this may be over. You might still be picking up some pieces here, but especially with the Father, I feel the Father energy, you're able to take charge of the situation in a way that maybe you couldn't before. Because we have the frog, which is about cleansing. And I think with all the butterflies, there is the potential for transformation. Look at the energy coming out of her hands here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me bring this card up. Oops, excuse me, little rune and little charm. Let me bring this up so you can see this. Can you see the energy coming out of her hands? And the energy at the fingertips here in this card. You are coming out of this, and I think you're coming out of it on top. You've had to sort of actually instinctively navigate your way through this. I think there are still some balls. I think you're still sort of juggling a few balls because of what's taken place. It's now time to cleanse, and your spirit team are actually saying to you, source energy, your spirit guides, angels are saying to you, look, you've come through this and you were actually instinctively right about it. It doesn't mean you've had to face something in a full-on confrontation, although some of you may have had to step up and stand your ground. And indeed, some of you might have faced a confrontation. But for most of you, there has been some form of conflict. Now, you are navigating through it. You've picked up all of the pieces that you had to. And, way to go. Your spirit team are like, yes, you did it. This is amazing. But my goodness me, it's taken up your headspace. To the point where it's detached you from almost like your anchor point. And this reading is saying wholeheartedly, loud and clear, you need to re-anchor. Go outside. If it was pouring with rain, fabulous. Go outside and feel the rain on your face. There is a cleansing needed and a regrounding and a re-earthing. And I think that is also the key to picking up any pieces that are still left over. If there's anything left over, then that you're still having to juggle, the key to receiving the divine guidance so you know what to do is not actually thinking about it, it's getting still and getting grounded and opening yourself to receive the information and the guidance so you then know what action to take. Yeah, and I feel like I'm seeing like a tracker with these paw prints. When we see paw prints, we can track them. You can see how fresh they are or what animal they come from. I think you'll be shown signs when you ground yourself and go outside and just get still. At the moment, you might be in a zone where, because so much has been going on, even if you do go for a walk and you get fresh air, you're still going through stuff because your head is now wired around the stuff that's been going on. It's time to shed, release and cleanse. And regarding any further navigation of this, get still, go into nature, even just go and sit in nature. And if you can't sit in nature, if you're indoors and you can't get out, look out of a window. Just be present to the extended world, and you will be shown literally the tracking to the opening that you need. Let's look at the week ahead for you. I'm going to use a different tarot pack. Maybe look at the week ahead for my pile 1. Okay, so 6 of Swords. There will still be a few little pieces to pick up here. 6 of Swords, we're not through the choppy waters quite yet, but we are well on the way to the new horizon. We know where we're going. We know we're on course. We know we're on track. It's just that you're not quite there yet. So there'll still be a few ups and downs, a few little things, kind of like to iron out. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Okay, we then have the card of the Devil. This is 15 nafs or nafs. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I may not be, I do apologise. But Yeah, this is a card. Again, look at this. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There'll still be a few crossing the T's, dotting the I's, a few little bits and pieces to iron out along the way, okay? But you can begin to see your final destination. Okay, we have 9, the Dervish, which is the card of the Hermit in a traditional pack. We have the 8 of Swords, which I think we all know that card, or those of us that read cards do. And we have the Ace of Coins. Okay, let's shunt our cards along a little bit. Okay, so the week ahead, my beautiful souls, lovely pile 1. You are still, there's a lot on your plate still. Now, some of it will be picking up some of the pieces. And some of it is actually just to do with sort of, I want to say, make a firm commitment to stay on track, cleanse, shed, release, and make a firm commitment to have those moments of stillness. The Dervish, the Hermit energy, is about receiving guidance. Can you see that this person is? He's still enough to receive the guidance he needs. And this isn't guidance from other people. This is guidance from spirit, from source, from the universe, from your guides. Make sure you are able to cleanse, release. It's like get out of your head around this, because the 8 of Swords is very much a headspace card. I think whatever happened, the conflict, it left you, understandably, with any conflict, and I think for some of you it really has felt quite challenging, significantly challenging. I think it's opened up a packet of worry about whether this is going to follow through into something. You know, will you be able to leave it behind, basically? Is it genuinely over, or is it still hanging around? The Ace of Coins is suggesting that by the end of this week you will see the promise that is coming from this. So whatever you've picked up and whatever you've invested in to get through this and out the other side, the seeds you've sown are worth it. And I think by the end of the week you'll see something constructive, something real coming from this with the Ace of Coins, the new beginning that you needed that came out of this challenge or difficulty. So that's fab. I am going to get a bit more information for you, though. I'm going to ask about the card of the Devil. Do you need to do anything? I want to know, my beautiful pile 1. Do you actively need to do anything? I guess what I'm questioning really is, are you still picking up the pieces of the conflict, or with the shedding and releasing and the cleansing from the frog energy, is that more in your head in terms of the worry about it with the 8 of Swords? Is this actually over and you just don't need to even go there? You need to just focus on the way ahead and what you can actually physically do now, you know, along with seeking guidance through getting still? Or is there something you're still having to pick up? Let's find out. Is this actually over? May we check, and is this definitely over? May I please ask, is this definitely over? Okay, Page of Swords. I'm seeing you looking behind you. And the Empress. Wonderful. How wonderful that we have the Father, which is the Emperor, and the Empress. Yeah, this is now behind you. So don't hold on to it with the Four of Pentacles. You know, the Four of Pentacles is a card that says don't cling. Don't cling to something. Don't hold on to something. So this is about letting it go, in, you know, literally removing the anxiety that this could continue from your head. Proper cleansing, proper releasing, and looking ahead here. Absolutely looking ahead. May we have guidance, information. Yes, look at this. We have a beautiful outcome. We've got the 6 of Cups and we have the 10 of Cups. Now, whatever this conflict is referring to, and it will be unique and personal to you in your own life, my beautiful souls. Honest truth, I think this week I think right now, at the time of you finding this reading, whether it's as I've uploaded it at this pivotal moment actually of incredible optimism and amazingness with this new moon in Sagittarius, or indeed if you're watching this as a timeless reading at a later date, I think the conflict is over. What needs to happen is that you need to let it out of your head. It's really difficult to. If you faced a challenge, it's very natural to go back over it, to worry that it might not be over, or to go back over it. Did I do it well? Could I have done it differently? This is asking you to cut the cords from within your mind. Get still. If you are not a regular meditator, this would be a week to meditate daily. I mean, and if you can go out in nature and meditate daily, all the better. You'll be shown whatever you need to see, to be guided through this period. And I think, we are talking about just the next week. That's all we're talking about. I will be doing readings next Sunday, so we can check in again next Sunday at what's happening next for you. And truly, honestly, I genuinely think this is now over. It's lifted. Look at the results. We have the 10 of Cups. This is the card of happiness. So whatever wasn't okay, way to go. You've handled it all and you have done everything you had to do. Your head may have been filled with it. It may have been hard work, but my goodness me, you did it. You are amazing. Absolutely amazing, because this was not easy. But it is now time to let it go. Sever the cords within your mind. Don't go over and over it. Let it go and focus on the way ahead. And literally then kind of wait for the seeds that you have sown through navigating this to start to grow. And we are seeing that they will grow. We have the 4 of Cups, which is a gift. The 6 of Cups rather, my apologies. I'm reading my Roman numerals wrongly. We have the 6 of Cups. This is generosity. It's a gift. If you've had conflict with someone, you may even find that someone comes along and offers you an apology and says, I'm really, really sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, this is a card of happiness, of connection. So actually, you may even get an apology here. Wow. For some of you, depending on what it is. Anyway, this is your reading, pile 1. I think this week, the key for you personally is to let it go. Put it down, let it out, put it out of your mind because it's over. Look ahead, focus on where you're going and nurture your pathway and whatever plates you've been spinning, whatever you've been juggling, continue with it. But make sure that you meditate, that you are grounded, that you breathe fresh air. If you can get out into nature, that's amazing. And trust that you will be absolutely guided to get back on track here. And as I say, some of you may even receive an apology or a gift or something that kind of compensates for what has taken place. Pile 1, this is your reading. If you are watching this as I upload it and as it goes live, it will be pretty much bang on that moment of the new moon. So don't forget to set your new moon wishes and intentions. And yeah, if you are watching this at that time, if you haven't already checked out the new moon readings and the all zodiac sign readings for the month, do check them out. They'll all be available to find easily on the homepage of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. You are amazing. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things you do that support the channel. Blessings to you all, and I look forward to seeing you again for another reading really soon. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We are getting an immediate message, or we're asking for an immediate message from your spirit team, from Source, from Spirit, from the universe. And we'll look at the week ahead as well. Now this card, remember who you are, culture, resilience, beliefs, is very much about, sometimes it connects to oppression or not being able to be yourself. I feel with the coat hanger, it's like, where do you hang your coat? Where do you belong? But let's see what else we are shown. Seeing this card as well and this one for you. What do we have here? What's your immediate message? We have the King of Earth. We have Heaven and Earth. We have the Six of Water. We have the Two of Air. And we have the card of Choice. That's very interesting. I'm going to draw a spirit animal guide for you as well. Okay, that is very interesting. And we have the Vulture. Vulture energy, this is about cleaning something up. So, you know, that's what they do. They get to the bare bones of something as well, you know. There's no messing around with Vulture energy. They get to the bare bones. I feel there's a situation around you that has caused you to maybe see something in quite a black and white way, and yet you have a choice. I'm actually going to draw some more cards here. What I find myself questioning here is perception of something. Something is being offered to you. Are you seeing it in black and white terms? What's the choice that's available to you? Remember who you are. Where do you hang your coat? Now, the rune of journey can actually indicate travel. It can also mean journeying within. The bear energy, we have a bear here. Bear energy on the medicine wheel is, and we have a bear here as well. Bear energy is in the west of the energy, so it's like a hall of mirrors, where we look at ourselves here. We look at our perceptions. May we ask for more guidance and information. What messages to come through immediately for my pile twos? So 3 of coins. Okay, we're putting pieces into something here. I'm seeing these 3 cards as well. May we have guidance, and there is your card. Lovely. Okay. Choices. Putting the pieces in before you see the way forward. Okay. We have the 9 of coins. Well, how fabulous. Which is very much connecting to abundance and the King of Earth. We then have the 8 of cups. We have the 10 of cups. Goodness me. There's some pretty fab stuff going on with you. How very, very interesting. That everything here is looking great, and yet, it's as if you're not quite seeing it. That's what I feel like. You're not quite seeing. It's like there's a few more things to click into place, for sure. I feel there's a choice in front of you. Vultures, they clean things up. But they can also have an energy where they're picking something to pieces, you know, over-analysing something. Remember who you are. I think your reading, the primary message of your reading, my beautiful souls, is there is something right in front of you that I think has phenomenal potential. Okay, now this will be unique and personal to you each. In fact, if anything, I think it will connect you and help you to know almost like where you've come from. This could connect to some of you for past lives, a past life that you've come from. Or it could be your kind of primary roots, or something that you have locked away inside yourself because you didn't feel it could be fully expressed or fully experienced. But something inside you that's been locked away, there's an opportunity here for you to open up and follow it through and have it. It's full of promise here. Whatever that is, it could be having a voice, it could be your spiritual beliefs, it could be your connection to your history, your ancestors. It could be something that way long ago, even in your childhood, you buried because you thought, I'll never be allowed to have this, or it will never be on the cards for me. Something is being offered to you that would be heaven on earth. And you have a choice in this. You can say, yes, I want this, or no, I don't. There is literally a choice for you to take. and to make. It's your decision, it's your choice, it's available for you. Whatever this is, and I believe it's right in front of you. If it's not, it's soon going to be, but I think it's right in front of you. It has so much promise, it's untrue. It could be about love, it could be about your working world, whatever it is about. Look in the mirror and recognize that right now, I think any fears you have within you, if you're picking it to pieces and trying to weigh it up and think about it in quite black and white terms, I would say try to step away. I think some of you basically, what this is saying is, look, you're looking through the lens of history, or you're looking through the lens of I can't have, or you're looking through the lens of this won't happen for me, or this will never work out, or I couldn't possibly trust this person, or you're looking for things to go wrong. There is a very defensive way of being within us sometimes where we almost are looking for something to go wrong. Because things have gone wrong in the past, do you know, it's almost safer to imagine something that is going wrong, or to read into something as if it's going wrong, and make a choice, because it means we don't have to risk the fact that it could go right. This would be like if you've had your heart broken and you're entering a new relationship. Can you dare to trust? And you could be looking for every little thing that might not be right about this person, and thinking, oh, that's not going to work, I better go. Well, actually, if they are fundamentally a wonderful person, and there could be something very good here, and this is suggesting there would be, then picking this to pieces it's a defense against risking love and risking being hurt again. Now, this won't necessarily be love for all of you. I'm using it as an example because we have the 10 of Cups. We also have the 9 of Coins. We also have the Sun of Coins. Though this, for me, is representing the harvest that is possible. Your message is absolutely this: don't pick this to pieces and don't assume. Don't look through the lens of former oppression, whether in this life or a previous one. It's time to look through a different lens, and don't be looking at this in black and white terms, because this is a colourful pathway that is ahead of you, and things can click into place if you want them to. You have a choice. Your message is so clear. Wow. Let's find out about the week ahead. Let's find out about the week ahead. May we have guidance and information about the week ahead. Well, look at that, would you? We have the 10 of Cups showing up twice. Okay, and we have the Tower, and we have the Lovers, which is also a card of choice. Right, whatever the opportunity is in front of you, it's a big choice to make, actually. It is a big choice, and you know it. You know, because it's about where you belong. It's about connecting you to the essence of who you are and the very essence and energy of what you want. The story of this card, actually, this is about the Ainu tribe. They are from Japan. And I think it was, I think I'm right about this, that it was 2008 when they were formally recognised as an indigenous peoples in their own right. But they were suppressed. They stopped tattooing their faces. This was to do with making a commitment to marriage. So it's interesting, we have relationship, the energy of potential relationship showing up, a commitment to something. And it also connected them to their ancestors, of course. Remember who you are. And when they got married, or when they were of an age they could get married, they would have a tattoo, the women particularly, this was about the women. And that meant that they not only were they married and they could marry, but it also meant that when they passed away eventually in their old age, they would automatically find their ancestors. So this is like about refinding something that is your kind of like your God-given entitlement. So for some this could be a connection to love. where you've experienced depression within a relationship and you're now fearful that you might experience it again. But everyone you meet, you pick them to pieces because you're looking for the things that could go wrong, and you may be swinging from a yo-yo and thinking this person's amazing to this person's never going to be right, But this could also apply to your working world. It could apply to any element of your world. There is something here, though, about making a choice. And it's a life-changing choice with the Tower. I mean, you could not have clearer cards. I feel the choice is being presented to you this week because we're asking about the week ahead. It's like you get to make a choice here. Can we have additional guidance, please? Okay, we have the Three of Cups. We have the World. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Knight of Wands. Oh, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Sun. Oh my goodness me. And we have Temperance. Wow. What huge cards you have. What amazing cards. Right, okay. So we know, I think this week something will occur that will bring your situation around making a choice to a head with the world. A part of you will be celebrating. Another part of you will be excuse my language, but shitting yourself and wondering if you're going to make the right decision, but you'll want to. I think you might be saying a yes to this, actually. Your reading is suggesting it's worth saying yes, and I think you might actually say yes. But, the moment you say yes, you're going to swing like a yo-yo. And you're going to be, have I made the right choice? Should I, shouldn't I, did I, didn't? But I think you will a situation will arrive that causes you to actually have to make a choice, especially with the Tower as well. It's like, one of those scenarios where you can't really hang around, it's in the now, do you, don't you? The outcome looks amazing. The outcome looks lovely. You have the Sun. The Queen of Pentacles is the queen of self-care. She's the queen. She's one of the few cards, a bit like the Empress. She actually shows up sometimes as being pregnant. This is worth investing in. We also have the Knight of Wands. It could feel like this moves quite quickly for you. This could be one of those scenarios where someone says, look, shall we, let's say hypothetically, you've been dating someone and they want to take it to the next level. Well, and you're like, do I, don't I, should I, shouldn't I, or is this too soon? Well, just take it in a balanced way. If you've been headhunted and you've had difficult experiences in your working world and you're longing to take the promotion, but at the same time, you're terrified that what if you do, you're letting go of the security of what you already know. This is suggesting it's really, really worth the investment. It's worth doing it. And as you invest, I think you're going to see with Temperance that this can really, really work. Also remember, with the card of Temperance, you always have the right to negotiate along the way. Temperance is sometimes represented by the goddess Iris, and we can see Iris is here. I mean, this is the goddess Iris. We see irises in the background. And she was the most kind, benevolent, altruistic, amazing, beautiful, pure, wonderful soul ever. But she had impeccable boundaries. Mess her around and you knew it. So this is saying to me, look, this is full of amazingness. Why wouldn't you? If you don't take this opportunity, you could regret it forever. And remember, the moment you say yes to something, it's not fixed, it's not set in stone as in, I've got to put up and shut up. It's an organic, it's a journey. That's why we have the rune of journey. This is a journey. Start a new job, start a new relationship, move to the next level of commitment in something. It's a journey. It's not a fait accompli, it is a journey. It's simply the next stage of what looks to be a journey full of fruition and amazingness and happiness and joy, of harvest, of abundance, in the truest sense of the word, whatever abundance will mean. Try to put down your insecurities and your fears from the past. This is where oppression, suppression, challenge, difficulty, having to survive, finding resilience has impacted on your belief system and could potentially colour your perspective of possibility, could cause you to defend against something that could really, really be the right place, the right connection for you, a place where you can belong and or a person with whom you can belong and feel at home. Pile 2, this is your reading. I'm monumentally excited for you. Do keep us posted if you feel able. I mean, we're looking at the week ahead where a choice is made, so it feels pretty important. No wonder we have the Tower. But this does look really, really super cool and amazing for you, really. I'm not seeing anything negative in making this choice beyond your perception and your fears that are surrounding that. Lovely souls, have an amazing week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing and all the things you do. When you watch this, if you watch it as I am uploading it, literally it could be at the point of the new moon. So set your new moon wishes and intentions accordingly. And if you are watching it as I upload it and you haven't yet checked out the all zodiac sign readings for the month, do check them out, and also do check out the new moon readings as well. There may be, connections and relevance and help for you there too. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Thank you so much for being here and everything you do to support the channel, me and one another. Tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of upskill, work, career, crossroads. This is a card that says there is something more to be learned or an additional skill to be learned that will benefit you. Now, Lagos Flow speaks of the ebb and flow of careers, the ebb and flow of emotions, and because this is a crossroads card and we also have standstill, it may be that something you are doing appears to have slowed down or even stopped. Now, if you love what you're doing, it simply means that you are needing to learn something or extend your skills or add a new feather to your bow. Just learn something a bit more in order to move it forwards. If it's not something you love, then it may be that you are being invited to go and learn something that you love that will serve you in the future. But let's find out. An immediate message, first of all, for my pile 3, please. So we have the Ace of Water. I'm seeing this card and this one and that one there. And actually that one there too. Okay, journey. Right, you are at a crossroads in something. I think you're debating whether to, which road to take. Look at all the fire energy coming in here. Wow, masculine, feminine, Queen of Fire, and then we have 6 of Fire as well. Okay, where something is being crossed. Yeah, you are at a crossroads. I think you're debating what to do about something, whether to persevere or not. Now, your reading is ultimately suggesting, so far, we'll draw more cards, but your reading at this point, I think, is suggesting that if this is something you love and you have a passion for it, there's a lot of passionate energy here, then it is worth persevering. And if there is, if you're at a crossroads or there's something is being blocked, it's not because you're on the wrong pathway. It's simply because you need to learn something else or extend your skills in some way in order to move it forwards. If you want to grow, this beautiful tree here. This is an old tree. So I think what you are doing can flourish, it can grow. But additional skills are needed, assuming this is something you love. I feel this is the predominant message for most of you. And if you're not doing... If this isn't resonating, it may not be the right reading for you, but I feel there's something that you love and you are really questioning whether to continue with it or not. And yet you feel that you love it with a passion. There's passion here. Let's see. Let's get a spirit animal guide for you. We have fish. Well, okay. So this can really flow. I mean, this absolutely can flow. There's movement here. I mean, this is really connecting me to the Pisces energy of spiritual calling and spiritual pathway. Rather like the Neptune energy, Neptune ruling Pisces, it can also mean that you might be feeling a bit confused or like you're going with the flow, but you know the current is taking you, driving you, and you don't know where you're going or when it's going to stop, or indeed you are now trying to stop with standstill. Let's get more guidance for you. I feel your first message is that actually the pathway you're on is the right one. You don't need to worry. If there's a crossroads, it's simply because you need to press the pause button, stand still and actually learn a little bit more or gain some more knowledge. Okay, I feel I want to look on the base of the pack. Let's have that card too. So we have 6 of coins. Well, look at that. Okay, that's an affirmation if this is your working world, which I think it is. This seems to be much more about work and career than anything else. So work, career, crossroads. So we have Moat, which is the card actually of death in a traditional tarot pack. So transformation is needed. Ace of Staffs, determination. 7 of Staffs, okay, and 2 of Swords. Right. Okay, this is quite clear really here. We'll draw more cards again in a moment. But your message is actually, I think you're getting distracted. Again, the 2 of Swords suggests a crossroads. It suggests a turning point where you've got to make a decision about something. With the 7 of Staffs, I feel that, and the Ace and the 7, I do feel that the pathway you're on is the right one. I mean, just look at the energy. It's like I'm seeing you sitting in this place where there's this incredible pathway ahead of you. Here we go. This pathway. And yet there's confusion. There's sort of, it hasn't flowed as you thought it would. Now, the only reason it hasn't flowed, it's not that your passion is wrong, or that you shouldn't be doing this. There's passion, there's aliveness, there's spark. The key here is about getting really, really focused, making a very clear commitment to expanding or consolidating your knowledge or some aspect of the structure around you. We have a structure in the background here, a beautiful temple, a Greek temple. Now, if you've learned some amazing skills, but you haven't yet got the structure that you need around you to bring those forth, then you're needing to learn extra skills. This would be like, I don't know, having an amazing skill, but you haven't got a website, for example, where people can easily find you or you can take payments. So even though you've got this amazing skill, you're not getting the work. You're going to have to develop some skills in terms of finding the right person to set up the website or doing it yourself. It's like there's something extra is needed here. And the extra is then going to kind of keep you on track or bring you up to speed with something. That's what we're seeing. It's going to move something forwards. At the moment, in a way, I think the fact that something isn't evolving or emerging, something feels like it's ground to a halt or it's standing still, it's almost as though you're interpreting that information as this is the wrong path. Now, everything here is suggesting this is a very good path to follow if you wish to. It just means you have to learn some more skills to make it move forwards. And that's really primarily your message. Of course, you have conscious free will and choice, but nothing here is saying don't move forwards. Everything here is saying good pathway. Don't be distracted, and don't be distracted by self-doubt. Don't be distracted because it's not moving forwards. This is about keeping your focus regardless of what's going on. If you have found that you've started something and there are constant interruptions and you're thinking, well, I thought this would just flow, and are these constant interruptions messages that from the universe telling me that I've made the wrong decision, or I made the wrong choice, or I shouldn't be doing it? No, these are not those messages, not at all. The message is very much, this is a pathway worth following if you wish, if you want to. Don't let other things get in the way of the extra things you need to learn to be able to bring this to fruition. So we have your primary message. Let's ask how the week ahead is panning out for my beautiful pile threes. We have the World. That's a pretty cool card under these circumstances. We have, oh my goodness me, we have the Tower, and we have, so we have the World, we have the Tower, and we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles, wonderful. Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles, loving this. Okay. Right. Let's just see if there's any more that comes through for you. Okay, we have the King of Cups. And any more for my pile three? We have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles, lovely. And are there any more cards? Is there one more card? This is the one. And we have the Devil. Okay, cool. Okay, so my lovely pile threes, what we're shown here is, I think maybe there is pressure on you at the moment. You know, you've got the Ten of Wands, so this is a sense of burden, a sense of responsibility here. But the World is suggesting that it's suggesting both an ending and a new beginning, and the Tower is life-changing. So something is happening. Interesting enough, with the Three of Pentacles, I would say that you have that somebody's going to come in and lend you a hand here. The Three of Pentacles, it's really interesting. This particular card in this traditional Rider-Waite pack, do you know, it always reminds me, it's a very personal association, but it always reminds me of Oxford University. Oxford University is one of the oldest universities in the world. Or certainly it's one of the oldest in England, I think, in the UK. I don't know about the world, but I think it's pretty ancient. The buildings, the architecture are stunning. And I in my psychotherapy days, I used to go there regularly for seminars and workshops. And this always reminds me of the underground tunnels where information is archived. And when you go into those buildings where they were built purely for teaching. They were built as a space of learning to support higher learning. It's like, and it's in the very bones of them, the very essence and the energy of the bricks and mortar of the buildings. It's embodied. The energy of learning, of higher education is built into them. And it is quite extraordinary. If you ever have an opportunity to walk through any of the old college buildings or to be present in them, it is quite a remarkable energy. Always this reminds me of that. So I feel that there is learning to be had here. Perhaps you've tried to get to the finish line too quickly. I mean, that may be what's happening here with the World and the Tower. Perhaps you've tried to get to the end goal too fast without realising how much was involved. Like the extra skills, the structure, the periphery, the ongoing learning that would be needed to continue. Now, we are seeing a good week here. We're seeing help coming in potentially to assist with your learning. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of, it promises a period of, not, I wouldn't say abundance as such, but a period of steady income, of steady, earthy, grounded potential. We also have the King of Cups. So this is a very centered, loving, emotionally happy card. I always think, you are emotionally stable. So I feel that almost perhaps with a little help from friends, or indeed higher guidance coming in. It could even be mentorship, or something or someone is coming in to assist you here, and it will help you to look ahead. Now, you might not be through the choppy waters just yet with the Six of Swords this week, but you can begin to see the way ahead. There's something coming in here to help you to see a way through this and to see the potential for a new beginning. So I think there's a lovely turning point here. It would be like if you've set up a business and you're trying to do it all on your own and it's just become overwhelming. And now you get help from people, and with that help, you, even though you've got to kind of iron a few things out, you can begin to see the way forwards, which means you can sort of, with the Devil card, I was going to say cut the cords of anxiety. He's got his hand up, he's saying no. I'm going to ask for a little bit more information about the Devil here, actually. Can I get, because we're asking this week, maybe get some specific information about the Devil this week, in the coming week, for my pile 3, please. Okay, you have the Shire of Coins. That is stunning. This is the King of Coins in a traditional pack. Yeah, I think this is most definitely an end to... It's an end to whatever struggle, to whatever the block is here. Whatever you feel has been blocked, to that point where you don't know which way you're going. I think it's the end of that. You can sort of say goodbye to it. Instead of feeling chained to some sort of circumstances. If anything, I think you'll be liberated from some kind of an expectation that says either you've got to go with the flow and it'll just emerge in its own right, and you realise that there is more to be done and you know what you're going to do and you've got help doing it. But blocks will be removed, I think, towards the end of the week. So we are seeing a big shift in the energy, and that may well come through mentorship, guidance, real practical assistance in helping you to carry the load. Yeah, whatever energy is around you, you are on track. There's more to be done, but you're going to get real assistance this week to help you to be able to feel like you're on solid ground as you move ahead, probably in a course of gaining those extra skills or having that extra help. Phew, that feels like a pretty cool outcome and really valuable for you at this moment in time when the pathway you're on is clearly right. It's just that there have been some hiccups along the way, and perhaps trying to walk before you can run, or taking on so much and not realising that you need help doing it, but help is on its way, and this feels as though this week things right themselves in whatever way is needed for you. Pile 3, this is your reading. Keep us posted. It's lovely to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. As you watch this reading, if you're watching it as I post it, you will literally be banging that energy of the new moon. It's primed for wishes and intentions for expansion. So get your energy centered. Do check out the readings I posted a couple of days ago for the new moon if you're watching it at this time. Obviously, if you're watching this in 2 months' time or 6 months' time or a year's time or 2 years' time, ignore that bit. And also, obviously, if you are watching this as I've uploaded, don't forget to check out the all zodiac sign readings for the coming month. My beautiful souls, pile 3, tons of love.